Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Wednesday, guys. This is the middle of the week. We're getting ready to walk into Thursday, but you guys know what that means. We are here with Trinity Black. Trinity, what's up?
Hey, everybody. It's always a pleasure. We'll be working with some of these cards again tonight. I got these Tao Wisdom cards.
Ooh.
Also, these cards here are called Angels and Ancestors. So it's possible I might get one of them. And here's another deck. These are my witch decks. They're beautiful. Actually, I'm still working on that. This is Queen of Cups. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we got the moon in Aquarius tonight, and I better double check that. Yep, it is in Aquarius. And that's a beautiful thing, everybody, because Aquarius, you have Uranus, but Aquarius is all about the mind and wit and logical, analytical. This is really a good time, even though tomorrow, after February, is March. So tomorrow, the moon's going to be in Pisces, and that's a good time. If you're in love, to increase the love. If you're hurt with love, it's actually a good time to work on your healing and shaping how you want things to go. As you know already, we're in spring season. So we're still at the start of everything. So you want to put as much love and positivity as you can out there, everybody. So
Absolutely.
In general, yes. And with the sun in Aries, this is just hot and fiery. It's so beautiful, everybody. But you know a lot about Aries too, Journey. But Aries is that beautiful fire sign. That's the ram. That's where you get that vitality and that strength. So I'm just hoping everyone's doing great and feeling great. I missed you guys before, but I was as Aquarius B. Roberts. But there was a correction. I rewatched the video and I realized I put up the Knight of Cups twice. And I was talking to one of you and I said, you have the King of Cups. And when I looked back, I had to laugh. I said, okay, so I see what Trinity Black is doing. I am somewhat like a driver instructor, and I'll tell you to go at a red light. Because I'm first telling you, trust your gut, trust your intuition, tap into your inner being, see what you like and don't like. Because I can't tell you to eat a burger with mayonnaise if you're allergic to it. But if I'm a psychic and I'm saying go get a Whopper, that's up to you to tell the people at Burger King, I eat that, but I don't eat that. You can't blame the psychic for that. You can't. You really can't. We're telling you what Spirit's given us, and we're going on the assumption you're going to use common sense and be practical along with what we give you. Furthermore, sometimes audience, you tend to forget that we are psychic. So when we speak, we're not just speaking all the time for that one situation. Sometimes we're addressing past and touching into the future. And it's really up to you, basically, as an individual, to sort out accuracy and where everything is. And I say that because the spirits I'm talking to, especially when they're your guardian angels, they've been with you all week long when I haven't seen you. So when I sit there and I tell you, you burnt that food, you burnt that food. But, don't act shocked and surprised. Don't feel like Journey and I or any of our psychics, we're just here for the here and now only. And all we see is what you're saying, and we're only responding to your words. But yeah, every now and then Trinity Black might say that's the King of Cups, but I'm showing you the King, you know what I mean, of Knights. That's up to you to interpret that. Like, here's an example. I'm going to show you again. Here go one more card, and then we're going to start with the questions. Right here, I have the Queen of Cups. Now, Spirit might want me to talk about the sand. Like, as in, if you're going to a club and you have someone that's like, well, I take sand to the beach. My spirit might tell you that. Spirit might say, focus, it's time to get a new cat. It's time to get a pet to love and nurture. Lower your blood pressure, get a pet your pet, But like I said, that's up to you to individually do your own interpretations. But the worst thing you want to do is give all your power to another human being. And then when stuff goes wrong, you want to blame that human being, whether it be a parent, mentor, counselor, anybody, and say, hey, I should have never listened. Yeah, you shouldn't have, because you got to follow you too. So with that being said, I'm hoping everyone will enjoy these readings. And I'm ready for your first question, Journey.
All right. Well,
Yep.
let's get things started here, guys. You guys know how we work.
Okay.
When you guys come on board, just go ahead and say hi. We put your name down on the list. Remember, you guys can jump the list. Little Beatty and Christina A, get your questions ready. Little Beatty, you are up first. And let me go ahead and put that link up there. If you guys like to jump the list, you can do so now. And we will check the list after each question to see who's jumped the list so we can go ahead and put you first. So um, hopefully everybody is ready. It has been a crazy week so far, and I've been excited to get things done, and things have just been super busy. And if you guys haven't checked out My Psychic Connection, please do so. We've updated the site, we got a new number, and the chat system is coming online here shortly. All right, well, we got our first question. Little Beatty, I'm going to put your question up for Trinity to see. Little Beatty, here's Trinity. Trinity, Little Beatty.
Hey, little baby. Hi, Journey and Trinity. I hope you're both doing well. That's a yes. Extra well. I just wanted to see if you saw any major changes happening for my boyfriend and me in the next 6 months. I do. I see you're like in that transitional stage, and that to me is a very broad question. So I want to narrow in on it. If you'll give me a second. Let's talk about you first. I saw that you recently changed your diet not too long ago. So in the next few weeks, you're going to see more improvement. But what's going on is you're taking into account too fast, like, oh, I should look like this or I should feel this way by now. But sometimes you just got to let it work itself out and be patient with yourself and not hard on yourself. So basically, what I'm saying with you is you still need a little more work on your balancing. I'm going to put this up here too. And temperance and moderation. Being extreme and very diligent is good. I know, girl. They told me you did. Okay, you said I actually did change my diet. Right. But now, as you know, the body recreates itself every 7 years. So the eyes you have now, the body you have now, 10 years ago, you didn't. So with this new diet, you're going to find yourself, you have all these antioxidants, you're going to have more energy, you're going to feel better about life. Your clarity is going to come up more. And if your guides didn't tell you, they definitely do want you to go ahead, take some ginkgo biloba or whatever it's called, memory enhancement and blood circulation things. Check with your doctor first or get over the counter. You know what I mean? Consult with a professional. But my advice is that, like, the more you call yourself stupid and dumb, the more your body might follow that. I had to throw that out there. Now, the boyfriend, okay, so what I see with him is like one of the major things with him is actually money. Oh yeah, your spiritual self is coming along very well because I see that, and I'm gonna tell you, like, once you're all alone and thinking, you make sure you put yourself in a good space to where you can hear and receive spirit. That's good. The only situation that I'm seeing with the spirit self is, I guess and I go through this myself. Sometimes the love you have for your family or friends can sometimes sway you a little bit. I almost want to say influence, but I'm going to put this up here and actually misinterpret the card and tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you want to work with music more. And also, I'm going to put this King of Swords up because tonight the moon is in Aquarius and you got to get strategical and logically planned. So it's very good for you, little baddie, if you don't have one, to update and recreate a playlist and play certain sounds that you really enjoy. Because as you do that, it could cut down on some of these thoughts you have that you're used to thinking that things have changed now. Like you and your boyfriend, for instance, we were saying there was a time to speak of, like I said, you and him in transformation and everything. Your boyfriend, okay, so I'm gonna just say something about him really quick because the time goes after a while. But actually, for the boyfriend, what I'm getting for him is these two cards right here. This is Five of Pentacles, and I'm going to try to hold it steady so you can see it. And the next card is Three of Hearts. I'm sorry, Three of Swords. We corrected it that time. Now, the Three of Swords, that does not always, every single time, mean it's you, him, and the third person involved. Yes, he's been working like crazy because he likes lavish things. Right. But so sometimes for Five of Pentacles, it might represent like poorness or prosperity, but what's going on with him is actually, it's going to sound weird, but the cards are saying he's got to work on his way of thinking about money and how he sees it, and then it'll come better and easier. And also with that, I feel like he does literally feel like he's out in the cold, like he's alienated from some that he would rather be in closer contact with and better company with. But he has you, so as a girlfriend, you just want to keep encouraging him. You know what I mean? That is not really him. It's the other people, and maybe they're going through things, and that's all that is. He's dealing with people that are like very fear based, and they have certain ideals and thoughts of money, and it might have an effect on him. It could be relatives. It looks like cousins or friends he grew up with. I see a very close familiar relationship, but they're keeping him out in the cold on some things, and it's really bothering him. Let me see. Yes, I agree with you about his mindset. Yeah, because it's like, well, the bell rang, so I'm going to go soon, but it's like, sometimes when you try so hard, it makes it harder. And you let him know that sometimes he has to spend more money by the way he thinks about more extra bills or more scammers or more Netflix went up higher now or this or that. All these little things are eating away at his money, that little stuff he don't really need. So he could actually save more money too. But in the next few months, he will get more increase. In about 6 months, he will have much more balance with money. He's going to be nicer to you. He's going to stop using emotionally abusive words. He's going to get nicer, but you just got to give him space. You love him hard. All right, back to you, Journey.
All right. Well, thank
Okay.
you, Little Beatty. Thank you for that question. Christina A., go ahead and bring us your question. And um, Elena, Aaliyah, hopefully I said that right. You are next, so get your question ready. And let's go with Christina's question. Christina, here's Trinity.
Oh, you're adorable. I said adorable. I'm sorry. That just no, because it's something like when you're adorable and something else I'm trying to say. Aroma. She's got good smells around her. Oh my God, I love it. Hello, beautiful queen. Well, thank you. I would like to know who was the spirit that tapped me on my knee. I'm feeling like it was a female energy. And what did me seeing the moth in my shower mean? Okay, we're gonna go to the spirit on the knee and kind of feel hesitant on pulling a card on it, but I will. Now the spirit on the knee, I picked that as up as a female that's been around you your whole life and that she loves you very much. And the knee tapping was actually symbolic. It was symbolic. So here's the whole thing, and this won't sound far fetched, but just bear with me, Christina. So in astrology, with the 12 houses, we have 12 parts of the body. Aries is the head. And then after April, you know what I mean? You got May, June, July, August. By the time you get to the feet, that's Pisces. The ankles is right before Pisces, February. So as you go back, when you get to the knee position, that's sometime after Scorpio. Scorpio is like your base chakra almost. So that is around December or something. So they're basically communicating in that way. So I would like you to double check, maybe online or whatever resources you have, and check the knee. What month is that? And that's what's going to give you more answers. But I'm just letting you know that that's what happened. And also, you didn't mention it, but you've been feeling it on your arms too. Okay, let me read that. Yes, it felt female energy. Yes, she is an ancestor and she liked to sing a lot and cuddle things a lot. So if you have had teddy bears or when you were younger and everything like that, and she's just she's trying to let you see her. Hold on, let me read that. I thought it was my grandma Carol or my other grandma, not Vita, not Vita. Well, I feel like it was more Carol, and I believe isn't that your maternal grandma on your mom's side, perhaps? But either way, I feel like it was more Carol, and not just because she likes to sing, but I feel like it was her because she was a very family oriented woman. They would like look at her like she was the glue that held things together. Now, the other thing you said was a moth, and you got to understand the nature of moths, Christina. And this is what sometimes we tell you about you and your inner beauty. A moth can sometimes be drawn to the flame, right? A moth driven to the flame. Moths are attracted to light, even that are nocturnal creatures. So yes, Spirit is sending you a message like this is a moth that's attracted to water. What does water represent? Emotions. What are emotions? A lot of them. Two of the major ones are love and hate. So that's what they're talking to you about. They're mentioning to you, actually, I'm going to actually pull an ancestor card because I do sense it's Carol speaking, and I want to get a card with her because if she were here physically, this is something she would want to mention, I suppose. But being drawn to the water, and we're working with the spiritual ancestors and angel cards here. And the card I have right here is a druid. And actually, I mentioned that when we talked about St. Patrick's Day in Ireland. This says, hold the space. So here he is. He's an old wise man, and he's in the trees. And what's in the trees at night? Moths. What's that? A flame. Moths are driven to the flame. You found it in your bathroom, and that's representing water. And the card's advice is hold the space. Hold on to the love. Hold on to the water's cleansing you, it's purifying you, it's nourishing you. So literally, technically, we do mean drink a little more water or add stuff into it, or you drink flavored water. Let me see. The moth came out of nowhere, but the next day it was gone. But that's very good. You paid attention to that. And like I said, if you look at this picture, um, I'm always counting on universe and spirit to back me up or support me or correct me. So I believe that just if you replay it, even just like looking at the picture, the picture speaks to you. And like I said, it's an older man and he's saying, hold the space and drew it. And we drew it, like I said before, with St. Patrick, and I only have like a minute to wrap it up. But that's a lot. That's some paganism there. That's using elements, earth, air, fire, and water. You know what I mean? To bring on holistic healing and things like that. But it also can represent the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So basically, what they're showing me too is on your next group of studies, that's what you'll be working on: the Trinity and 3-in-1. And it's funny because I have my Trinity necklace on my head tonight. So I'm glad you asked that. So I'm going to pass this to Journey now. And thank you.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Tina. We do appreciate your question. Tina M., get your question up. You are next. You jumped the list, so we're going to go ahead and take that question from you. And then after Tina, if no one jumps the list, it's Elena. Oh, Alea. So let's go ahead and bring up Tina's question here. Tina, here is Trinity. Trinity, here's Tina's question.
Hey, Tina. With today being the anniversary of the day we laid him to rest. Uh-oh. I wanted to see if my dad has any advice for me about what is going on in my life. Oh, God. He's like, get your shot together. Get your shot together. See, I didn't curse. He's like, what are you doing? But I'm going to finish. Hold on. And if he has anything to say to my son and daughter. So, I know this is going to sound weird because he was actually joking and he was doing the shaking thing, like, get it together. But he's actually very proud of you in general as a whole because, like, and that's what you would have thought he would say. You're like, oh my God, if my father was here, he'd be pissed or he'd be looking at them like, huh? And a lot of people are doing things and saying things to you that they wouldn't if your father were there, which is like, he had a good presence, a strong presence, even if he felt weak or sick. Um, Let me see, to the son. Now we're just jumping around, son and daughter. He just wants them to remember that family is important and don't like in the modern world, like it is very general. Sometimes there's movies and shows and YouTube videos and peer pressure, and there's like not as much respect and honor on some people as it used to be towards parents and elders. So he really kind of wants them to be modern but old fashioned a little and just treat you nicer and kinder and show that respect and appreciation toward you. So, yeah, if they hear him, and he will continue to speak to both of your children through dreams or send messengers. Um, so basically, from The advice for you, I don't see advice yet because he feels as though when he was here, he felt like he did the best he could for you as far as things. And he feels like you and him already think similar. So he's almost looking at like if he was in your shoes, these choices he would be making too. But the cards I have right now, one is the sun. Well, okay, the first card. The first one I picked was the sun. And as you can see, it's like happy family, dancing, singing, daisies, and situations like that. Yeah, Spirit's saying that that would be a good move for you to start working with plants more because you are so energetic and spiritual. I've heard Journey say repeatedly, just putting your hands in dirt is helpful for grounding and also salt. So that will have many benefits. And, for this card right here, which is Six of Cups, and it's coming off of the Lover's card. Right now, Spirit is working with you with the balancing of male and female energies within you, if that makes sense to you or not, and the emotions of it. And also, they're wanting you. And I didn't have advice from your father, but I did hear the spirits that are around you more. And what they're telling me is they just want you to have a little more acceptance and tolerance to yourself because the choices you're making are good and they are serving you. But like when you do a plant, sometimes you have to wait for them to go. They gotta have different stages: the seed to the stem to the green plant, and then to the flower. And there's stages to this thing. So some of the stuff you're working on, you want it to answer now, or you want it the manifestation now, but they're like saying, okay, it's a process, and we've told you that, and they have, and they're actually the universe is showing you stuff, and they've been doing it for a few weeks now, but they're showing you such little small things that you're noticing now. So I hate to say it, but I have to say you're good. Like you should be if you're not, but try to put yourself in a position of peace when you can. Laugh as much as you can, because you are, what I'm getting from them, you're in a good space and things are good, even though it doesn't appear that way at this time. But you got to keep going. Okay, I'm going to pass that to Journey. And unless you want a clarification or any comments, I'm going to pass it to the next question. And thank you, Tina. Okay, yeah, I'm struggling with patience. Well, sometimes people can crochet. So you could just like when you have a little bit of time, pick up a hobby or find a game app on your phone, play cards, find something that intrigues you. Let me see something about if I'm making the right choice. Yes. The only problem with your choice is if you make the choice and say, I want to go right, and as you're turning right, you're like, no, I want to go left. You know what that does on the road? If you have your right turn signal on, your energy's lined up to make a right turn at the stop sign on Melville Boulevard. Now you all of a sudden decide, wait, that might be wrong. I don't want to mess it up. I'm gonna turn left. See, that could be an auto collision. So sometimes with you, if you go to change your mind real quick, that's worse than the wrong decision. So go ahead and make the right turn. You're heavily guarded with your angels, and you definitely have a lot of wisdom with you. Now that's why you need to pay attention because the birds are giving you messages, and you did ask that. You did. Yeah, you did. Okay, you're saying yes too. And when you see the hawks, that's like straight wisdom. And when you're seeing the certain blackbirds, that's understanding. And when you're seeing, you know what I mean, different messengers coming to you, they're basically lining the path, letting you know step by step you're on your way and you're doing well. The only enemy you have, the worst enemy, is you in defeating yourself. And that's why the dad was shaking you like, you know how much I love you. You're my princess. Don't talk about yourself like that. And then you'll say, oh, I didn't say nothing. But you're thinking it and he feels it. But he's very proud of you. So with that being said, we're going to go to the next question, please.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah.
Tina. We appreciate your question. All right. So Megan T jumped the list, so we're going to go ahead with Megan. Megan has provided her question. I'm going to put that up there for you. Megan, here's Trinity.
Hey, Trinity. Hey, Megan. I'm curious what I should be focusing on the next few months. Okay. What do I need to do to make the reconnection with Eliza possible? Okay, I think that might be, okay, wait. I've been focused on self-growth, just want a second chance. Wow. Okay, so in that situation, you're right. So you said, what should you be doing for the next few months? But that's what's still working. That's what's still happening right now. It's right where you're at and it's continuing. So your self-growth, that's what you're working on, growing yourself, growing your soul, growing your inner peace. And you want a second chance with her, but she is not the same girl. You know, she's not the same as she was when you guys were a couple. She's grown and changed also, and you're growing and changing. And I know it's hard and hurts. Now, I'm not discouraging Eliza with you, but I am saying that you have to understand and be ready to accept the possibility that there could be someone more compatible for you. I have this card right here for you though, and it's called Water Guardian. There we go. And if you look at this woman, oh look, she got a head thing like I do, but she's very peaceful and serene. She's not running. So I'm going to flip that a little bit. They said you're still running from yourself. There's parts of you still don't accept. And see, that's the hurt part of when you actually want a relationship or a reconnection. If you can't look in the mirror with no clothes on and love you from head to toe, when someone else does, it's harder to receive it. I almost wanted to say, how do you expect them to? Oh, no, no, no. We still love you, but you're not going to believe that. So basically, Eliza, what I'm seeing with her right now, for right this minute, and right now, like I said, the moon is in Aquarius, and that's swords, and swords can represent confusion or clarity. And also right here I have Knight of Swords, and in the vision I see of her, that's what it looks like. It's like a lot going on, a lot of confusion. It's like cloudy, and she's trying to make sense of things and get things right. And as far as you and her as a couple, like I said, you're both growing, and it almost looks like you're growing in different directions to me. A little bit. So as you do your soul growth, and you didn't ask for a time period, I don't think, but you can be looking to see better changes like in the next 3 months. That's when things are going to really start popping up and showing you. And I have this here also, which is April, May, June, July. In a few months, we'll be in Cancer. And, now I want you to feel like him. I want you to feel like your feet are stable. You're looking at the fish. Fish live in water usually. Right now, you do probably feel like a fish out of water because you're in love and still want to be with Eliza. And right now, it looks like it's not going to happen. But just be patient with everything. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. The biggest thing I do see with you is some issues with family. And the issues with family, you want to know some stuff that you're blinded to. And her hands are tied. And some things with your family, your hands are tied too. So you just have to let things be the way they are, even though the card is represented with 8 swords. But this is like yesterday and today when I'm talking about the moon being, like I said, located in Aquarius. Or was it Pisces? So double check that. That's the best thing to do. But either way, by the end of the show, it will be in Pisces. But I'm just saying all that to say, you probably need more clarity on the things with your family. And then you'll be able to see and take the blinders off and have freedom to move around and do more that you want to do by your own hand. You know what I mean? You'll be more hands-on, so to speak. And with that, I'm going to pass the mic over to Journey. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Megan. We appreciate your question.
Yes.
All right, Victor, get your question ready, and we'll be taking that question right after the break. right. We are on. We are back. And yes, magician, you are on the list, sweetheart. All right, so we are back. That means we are here to take Victor's question. So let me go ahead and pull Victor's question up.
Yay! I
Victor?
sent a little. I sent a little bit of confusion out before we went to break. But right here on my phone, the moon is in Aquarius. Just to
Mm-hmm.
let it be known. So I know I said sometimes I'll be like, keep on at a stop sign, but yeah, it's definitely in Aquarius. And tomorrow Pisces. Because I was like, wait, I'm getting confused. Nice mixed up. Okay, I'm ready for Victor's question.
All right, well,
I
here's
know where we're
Victor's
going with
question.
this.
All right.
Them angel said he wants the tarot cards. He wants to hear from this deck. So he shall. And you need to watch some martial art movies, Victor. Like seriously, if you like that type of thing. But they're going to give you a lot of answers. You're going to be able to relate to some of them. Shaolin Invincible is a good one, and the kid with the golden arm. Now, what are some steps I should take to find my inner spiritual peace within myself? Um, Here's something good. I'm just saying, like Taoism, Buddhism, these like they do tend to stress peace and relaxation and things like that. Yoga might even be nice for you, and I don't mean a traditional yoga for you. I mean, just you working more on your breathing. I need to do right now. Hold on. Like just working more on your breathing. Spend an extra few minutes on things that are pleasurable for you. What are some steps I should take to find my inner spiritual peace within? I'm going to let you watch me shuffle. Then it says, I know I'm not the same person I used to be, but I'm having some internal conflicts within myself. Yeah, and that's okay because they said it is growing pains. It's a growth spurt. And you know for a fact that like when you were 8 and then when you were 18, that's two different bodies. Like you just said, you're not the same person you used to be. You're not exactly what you're wanting to be, and you're not what you were. So therefore, because of that, it's causing an inner conflict. Oh boy, now I'm going to read something to you. So hang in there with me. And it says, the unstoppable power of heaven is here to protect you. This yang energy also symbolizes the sun, fatherhood, and creation. Now you can break through obstacles once too difficult to conquer. Pay attention to the northwest. And there's a store over yo where you're located at. If you go northwest, there's a store there. Maybe they're telling you to go shopping. I don't know, but they're saying pay attention to northwest, and they're also saying end of fall and beginning of winter. So I'm going to show you the card. This is what it looks like. And this card is representing force and it's talking about the yang. And they're asking you to pay attention to the northwest, um, the end of fall and beginning of winter. So you know the end of fall is usually around late August. So I understand that it's like a lot of clarity will come to you more in that time period because some of it's still in the working. That's what's going on. There's things you ask for, and normally you get them or quicker. And now they're saying it's taking a little while to manifest. Like when UPS, when they have a heavy load with a lot of orders, it takes a little time for the recipient to receive it. Sometimes be traffic, it could be other things, it could be, something that causes delays, but it's definitely not fully your fault. So yeah, Spirit is saying that I should get another card for you, and the next card I'm going to actually read that to you also. It's called Not Meant to Be. And oh no, let's talk about the card because she's standing there by the tree, and the trees are usually stable and old and peaceful. The tree is peaceful, she's at one with the tree because they're connected. And next to her is the owl. The scenery here is like daylight or early dawn, and usually owls are known to be more nocturnal. So for this owl to be here right now at this time of day is and that close to her also and that low. These are definitely signs and symbols, and like we want you to look into that too. Because each step along the way, spirit is going to constantly, continually show you that you're accurate or you need to correct this. That's good, but you can work on that more. But one thing they're not going to do is condemn you. So when you get that, now your buddy was talking to you. When they condemn you, that's not from like your inner being. But it says, don't take it too seriously. If, despite your best attempts, the outcome is not what you wish, it was never yours to begin with. The world is full of new opportunities. Self-pity and diminished self-esteem will only obscure your view of what is to come. So, like I said, now the self-pity might rise up within you sometimes, Victor, because some people are saying things. And sometimes it's not always a human. Sometimes it's a spirit and you think it's your thoughts, but it's really coming from outside of you. So, like I said, when they're critical on you and hard on you, judging and criticism and all that, it could be you watched a movie, which you did, that was 2 hours long, which it was, and the movie gave you messages and you picked up on it and related it to yourself, and it made you feel worse. So when that happens, you just have to rebalance it, and that's partially what they mean when it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. Like, you're not meant to put yourself in everyone's shoes and empathize with everyone. You can't please everybody, Victor. So with that being said, and also I wanted to remind you, and I'm sure you already know, but the kids do love you very much. It's not as bad as you think. The children do love you. So just understand that. And they do see good things in you. No one has turned them against you. I just wanted to share that with you. Can we go to the next question, please? Thank you.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you. And
Yeah.
thanks, Victor, for your question tonight. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Sounds like something I was telling you to. Look inside yourself and let the doubts go.
That's beautiful.
All right. Aaliyah. I need Aaliyah Phoenix. Aaliyah Phoenix. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Please come forward. And then the magician, get your question ready. Now I'm going to call you Magician 1 because last night you were the first one in the group, and then wasn't but 15 minutes later that a second person named the Magician came into the group with a photo with the dark image on the back too. So I was like, both in one's in black and white, the other one was a blacker, darker photo. It was pretty cool.
That
All
photo had ghosts in it, huh, Journey?
right, yeah.
That thing has some ghosts and aura changes. Oh, that's funny.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. So Aaliyah is a new follower, a new
Mm-hmm.
viewer. So Aaliyah, hopefully you subscribe and ring the bell because that'll put you into the drawing. We just had a drawing for the month of March, and we're sending out their prize here soon. So I'm going to put out Aaliyah's question for you. Aaliyah, here is Trinity.
Hello, new viewer. I'd like to know what you see coming up for love for me. Oh, wait a second. I hate to get caught sleeping. I actually do have a beautiful deck of cards for love readings, and I'd like to share that with you. These are oracle cards. But as far as me feeling love for you and feeling and getting in tune with the intuition of it, I feel like not just your significant other, your mate that you're going to be with, sometimes friends and family, sometimes it looks like to them that you do pull them in and push them away. Or you're not really clarifying what you're wanting out of that love relationship. So it's very confusing. So, Aaliyah, so Spirit is asking you to think about what you want more. Think your best thoughts about these people and expect to see that more than the same old, same old. Now, I would like to hear from Spirit concerning Aaliyah Felix on the love romance. Now, the first card I'm going to get with that is this card, Playfulness, as you see the guys on the swing. So these cards, they're talking and they're not wanting to talk about who you're going to be with or when or where, and they're not being specific. But the words on this card, it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I believe they're saying you might be taking it a little bit so serious right now, the love and romance and everything, and they're saying, enjoy the life, have fun. You're going to draw the guy to you. I'm trying to fix this so you can see it a little bit better because
There you
it's
go.
got nice details. Around July or August, you might run into someone then. There will be someone then, dark haired guy. But You got to have fun with it and don't take it too serious. Don't rush things along. That's what I see with your love life. Now, here's the thing. You might say, but I kind of have someone now, and we might be breaking up. Like I do, I sense the energy of a man not far from ago. The guy and his hair is not, it's like a brownish mixture color. Okay, guy friend, let's read that. I have a guy friend, have fallen for, but haven't said anything to him about it. So that actually could be the guy who I'm speaking of, and he likes his hair different colors actually, but and he's particular about it. How he likes it cut close in the back and on the sides and things of that nature. And I know you can say, well, a whole bunch of men on earth like their hair cut like that, but he's very particular about it. He likes to be different and original. That's the one who I see lingering on you. Now, this other card I have is called Getting to Know Each Other. There we go, if you can see it. So basically, this card is saying, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So it looks like the cards are suggesting that you have fun and be playful, but also be willing, ready, able, and willing to share parts of yourself with people, and don't feel like you have to hide as much. But I'm always an encourager of protecting your heart. I think the heart is beautiful and valuable, and it's like with the car, the engine keeps it going. With us humans, the heart. So you don't want to just put it out on a silver platter for anybody. You know what I mean? But the cards are saying, actually, if you will come back again tomorrow, is actually Friday, but tomorrow, the moon's actually going to be in Pisces. Not Friday, I'm sorry. But the moon for the next 2 days, and with that energy of that Pisces and playfulness, Pisces are playful and the getting to know each other, things like that. That's going to be a really good time. I think you're going to get more clarity then than now, because right now I'm feeling the energy of the moon myself, and the energy of the moon being in the air sign is showing me clarity, sharpness, logical, practical. He's 6 feet and black hair, brown skin. Oh, wow, you're the psychic then. Oh, okay, you mean the old friend. Does he have romantic feelings for me? Right now, this guy you're talking about, the one that's 6 feet tall or whatever, he's actually, his energy, like for right now, like today, all day today, he's been thinking about, I hate to say it that way, but money. He's thinking about like entrepreneurship, or if he should keep a job, or if he should go here or there and like that. So I'm not actually pulling romance energy from him, but it is there. You know what I mean? And that's why like I very feel strongly that it's actually going to be tomorrow or the next day that you will definitely get more clarity and a sharper reading on romance. And like I said, the moon, the intuition, you know what I mean? The reception's going to be in Pisces, which is water, which is all about emotions. So I'm going to strongly urge you to like really look into that and make sure also, and this is what holds me back with most people when I read for them, if the person has doubt or fear or certain blocks, then I'm not going to give a clear message too. So make sure you use tonight to prepare for it and zone in on what answers you want. And that way, the next psychic you talk to or next resource or any oracle you go into, they will give you a more clear answer. But if the question is very broad or confusing in some way, the answer might return similar. So I hope I helped you a lot. And we're going to go to the next question. Thank you. I don't feel like I helped her much, Journey. It felt like my birds just ran around. Huh?
No, I do believe so. And she said
Oh,
he wants
good.
to start a business, so all right.
Oh, okay. Well, you can understand that though, because everything has a time and a place. And there's a time to get intimate and romantic, and there's a time where you gotta survive and you gotta get money and stability, get that coin, get that coin. You know, St. Patrick's Day is over, and I still feel like a little leprechaun. Like, you gotta get me coin. Like, you gotta get that coin. You gotta secure the bag. Because you know what I mean? You gotta have the finance for the romance. Like, so yeah, that's very important. But one thing he does love about you is your smile, and he thinks you're very sexy. I will say that. The guy from we're talking about, the 6 foot one, there's a lot of attributes you have that he likes, and he would very much want that in a monogamous relationship with someone, but he's still filling it out a little bit. And I don't blame him, because you're still not sure what you want. That's why I said you guys zone into what you want. And I'm telling you, whatever psychic you talk to, and I hope you come to Journey here, but tomorrow the reading is definitely, sure enough, going to give you so much more clarity and insight. But Journey thinks I helped out, so that means a lot. I trust Journey. He's a very trusted psychic with integrity. So we're going to go to the next question.
Let's keep on going. The Magician has posted a question, so let's go ahead and go with her question here. Trinity,
I'll tell you the truth. I should be answering her questions because on tarot, the Magician she got the ace, she got everything on her table, but let's go with it anyway. Hello, Trinity. Virtual hug. Hold on. That was a nice sisterly hug. It says beautiful background. Thank you. Peace and love. Thank you. Question. Does Bun, the Sagittarius, keep tabs? Watch on me in secret. I feel like Bun does. But I also feel like Bun is spiritual enough to think about you and sort of tap in. And it says, and if so, then why? Well, there's things Bun wants to know about you that you're not quite sharing or articulating. So Bun is investigating. That's where that's at right now. And I actually have more to say about that. And also, I feel so much love around you, Magician. So I have no choice but to pull a romance card. It says, we are currently in no contact as of right now. Well, you're not physically in contact and not audibly or emotionally, verbally, but there is contact there with you and this person. Oh, Journey, will you be able to put that back up, please? I hope that's okay, guys. Oh, okay, thanks. And hearts to you too. Yeah, they have their own tarot cards too. Oh, who's they? But anyway, so right now what is very coming strong to me is it says love yourself first. This card I pulled says your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So this is good news for me because it shows me, Magician, that you are open to romantic love. 1 second. So the card is not actually giving you advice because you do have good self-respect. The card is actually cheering you on and talking to you. And they're saying, well, yeah, that does make you more attractive. The way you respect yourself, the way when you walk in the room, the energy changes and people look at you, they call you charismatic. They look up to you. They come to you for advice. But it's not just an attraction towards you. There's romantic attraction towards you too. So here's the card I have for that. Now, yeah, Bun and them, they're spiritual. Yeah, they have tarot cards and they do look in onto you. What some would tell you, and I say some meaning there might be other people that I check out and listen to, but I don't want to say names. But what some would tell you is you want to start. Don't take that down. I'll read it in a second. Withdrawing some of your attention and energy because they can't really tap into you unless you're open to it. And right now, there's a little opening because the curiosity or certain feelings you have, there's lingering stuff. I want to find out what it is. I'm going to pull a tarot card because these are cards of wisdom. And they're very good for public readings because they don't tell all your personal private business. A lot of skeletons. It says you are absolutely right on that. I've worked on self-love more. And that's 2 hearts in your inner being. And I know you feel that, especially right before you go to sleep and right when you wake up. That is your strongest point where if you're paying attention to that, oh my goodness. The card I have for you from my Tao Wisdom deck, it says Thunder Awakening. And this could be for anybody listening. It says the spring thunder awakens the land. Auspicious energy from the east brings vigorous growth to all you have planted in life. So they're letting you know that, hey, the things you have planted, a lot of growth is coming, vigorous growth. It says cast off the energy that no longer serves you. Like I said, you're not in communication as far as phones or videos and all that. But I definitely see a line there, and I don't like I'm not really happy about this person. It says, yeah, I'm definitely going to take your advice because I've been open to them a bit. Oops, got me, LOL. Oh, that's cute. But you're the magician, so guess what? Guess what? That's alchemy too. A magician can transform lead into gold. A magician can change the reality. You create your own reality. You can change it. You made it first, you can change it. So anyway, that was one of your friends jumping around me, and I was feeling their energy. They remind me of a rabbit. Do you like rabbits? Fertility is all around you, magician. So anyway, the rest of the card says, and create new strategies. Yeah, change that reality. Finalize your ideals, get moving. It says there is no time to waste. Okay, now this time they're not supporting that you there as much. They're saying, please stop procrastinating. Please don't second guess and wait. But as far as everything else, I mean, in my vision, Bun is working with other people too, but their stuff is going to fade or disintegrate. If you picture your house like snow everywhere, when the sun shines, the snow melts. They're cold-blooded people. Like almost reptilian, like no compassion or mercy hardly. I mean, they might act like that to you. That might be how you know them, but we see them, they're kind of coldish. So the thing is, you got to let the sun shine in you and keep that brightness. And yeah, if you do tarot, I do see the sun tarot card around you a lot. I do see the magician and the priestess, the hierophant. For some reason, these cards are coming to me very strongly over you, magician. So I would look into that. But things were very optimistic for you. So keep that optimism and just start gently pulling your attention away from them and directing it where you want it more. They're not going to be able to hurt you. You should know that. You shouldn't have to fight them. Okay, I want to go to the next question, please.
All right. So the next one I like Margarita, and then we'll check to see if anybody jumped the list. But we are going to take a short break. We'll be right back after the break, and we'll take more questions. Stay tuned. All right. We are back. Margarita, you are up. I see your question is ready. All right. And Trinity will be with us momentarily. So have to take an extra second here, but she'll be right back, guys. Let's go ahead and see if anybody jumped the list, and then we'll go from there. All right, Kay, get your question ready, but do not post it until I call your name. Margarita's next in line, and you will be next. Just go ahead and wait. Remember, guys, we are here 5 nights a week. Monday nights, we're here with me, Journey Ryan. On Tuesday, we are here with Gifts of Faith. Wednesday, we're here with Trinity Black. On Thursdays, again with me, with Dream Interpretation. This Friday, we're here with Aquarius Roberts. So be sure to tune in. All right. Looks like Trinity, she stepped away again. Give me just 1 second, guys. There she is. Trinity's back. All right, Trinity. You had to get them feathers.
Oh, wow. Sorry about that delay, everybody.
Get them feathers. I see them.
Oh, no. The new addition to the family are these lavender plants. I wanted to show everyone. I was telling you earlier when I was at Walmart, I never saw lavender plants sold at Walmart before. But I was like, I get to be like Journey. Journey, if you don't mind me saying, I don't think you do.
I got lavender and
yeah, we've said it publicly before that you have lavender and you have sage and you have roses. And instead of spending so much money buying oils and perfumes and things like that, I can't find my glasses. Also, I have another new addition that was at Walmart. Sorry to hold you guys up, but somebody needs to hear it. These are actually strawberry plants.
I've got a couple of those, and I have about 17 strawberries on them. So
they are beautiful. And Journey, you use this to do your teeth sometimes.
I do.
In different forms. The aloe is so good for burns and healing. I'm going to put some on my eyes tonight after the show because, like, my allergies are acting up.
Somebody got them today.
I call them new additions to the family. They like when I sing to them. They love it. Yeah, I have like a live audience.
So Margarita was next in line, so let me go ahead and put her question. She's got quite a bit to say, so let's go ahead.
Let's go.
Take a look what she's got to say here. All right.
Margarita. I see now. Let me read that. Okay. Spirit is actually asking me to pull from a different deck for you tonight. So I'm working on that right now. 1 second. Okay, there we go. I'm working on it. Hi, Trinity. What up, Journey? And I love that you put a sunflower for Journey because I do see the sun card with Journey a lot. He's bright and sunny and smiley. And he actually looks like the sun on Way versus Wyatt a little bit or whatever. I need my glasses. I threw them off somewhere. But so my eyes are a little. But I'm going to go ahead and read this real quick. I had a reading last night from Gifts of Faith. But I replayed my reading and I can't hear her voice in most parts, or it called out and other parts sounded robotic. Maybe because Faith is really psychic and the energy's strong, and sometimes, like, you know, when we're using psychic energy, computers can go slow, sounds can change, sometimes smells come up or colors. So that all makes sense. And then it says, oh, I want to say one more thing, too. Sometimes we can ask questions. We're not ready for that answer. And I say that in the sense, that's like when someone's like, did he cheat? I just want to know, tell me. And then when you tell him she's ready to get a gun or kill him or herself. It says, I want to know if you can tell me anything about the house my children and I are waiting for. Let's see, I got the answer for that here. Somewhat. And it says, will there be a nice yard for my gardening or will there be water close by? That's funny. So the card I picked right here is called the Genie. You can see him a little bit.
Yeah.
It says, will we be alone as I'm 100% ready to be so? And what direction from Dallas, Texas will we move towards? Whoa, that's a lot of question there. Woo, I need to break that down. But hold on. So we just read with Magician. So when I show you the Genie card, that's also like the Magician in traditional tarot. Hold on. It seemed like everyone else heard her but me. Okay, well, that's okay. But what'll happen is next time she's on, maybe you can ask her again for clarity. You know? But like I said, maybe there's another copy of it. If you go to iHeartRadio, you might be able to hear her voice. You know? Something like that. They want you to tap into your inner genius and stop being scared of yourself. This is what Spirit is saying. With the property, like the gardening, here's what I want you to understand. Whether you have grass or not, nowadays with modern technology, you could do indoor gardening, you can do hydroponics, you can get a little lamp or something. So if I were you, I would strongly suggest go ahead and follow Spirit on that and don't let things hinder you. You know what I mean? If you move into a place now and there's not grass or, you know, water right near, the very next place will have that. But yeah, if you ask me, I see beautiful trees, okay, like oak or maple, I believe. You're in Texas. I see that it looks like, I'm going to pull one of these child cards and see what they say, but it looks like you would be going further north, maybe northwest from where you're at. It looks like it might be a half an hour away, actually, if that makes sense, if you like that area. I didn't actually get a card for you as far as location or anything. And I don't have my glasses on to read this, but I'm just going to put the card up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you look at this card, it does, oh, gee, I can't read any of it. Hold on. The card is saying peace and harmony. It says, I love planning. It calms me. Okay, and that's what the card is saying too, peace and harmony. But if you see the card, I know I don't have my glasses, but it has 4 directions: north, south, east, west, yin, yang, balance, all of that. And the thing is, if you want to ask me again while we still have time, just like one question, I'll try and zone in on that and answer that one specific, if that's okay with you. Because that was a lot of questions in a lot of areas for a little bit of like timing. So we'll just give you a quick second for that, and I'll see if I see my glasses right now. I don't. That's okay. I can ride it out. All right. I'll be like staring and like that, but I don't have contacts because my allergies, and now my glasses. I don't know where I put them. I threw them off, Journey. I was like, I'm gonna go real quick and just throw them somewhere. He doesn't have another question, but I'm gonna just clarify um here that I did get let me double check. So here's the clarification. It says, yes, I love that area versus East Side where I think my ex-husband and his family live. Oh, okay. I was going to say, where you're going to move to, if you do go like to the northwest, I was saying, there's going to be a lot of job opportunities. There might be a temp agency, I think, too. But I did get the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like, okay, this is your destiny. It's been a long time waiting. It still take a little more time. Now, if you notice this picture, she's got her head here and her broom here because you know how you say, where do you hang your hat? Like home, she's relaxed, she's healthy. She's also got a big, beautiful tree. She's got wine, she's got time to read a book. With you, you're very good with people. I think anything in customer service will serve you well. Also, something it has to be conducive for your children as far as like you being able to be there for them. So I wouldn't advise a nighttime job unless you have really good childcare. Also, if you have your license, I can see you doing good driving jobs too, you know. But I want you to I'm gonna keep moving this picture around here and there. But the Ace of Pentacles comes up for you in the physical realm. That's very good. And before that, the genie came up, which is also known as the magician. So the card is telling you tap into your inner genius. So if you're not getting these different thoughts and insights right now, it's because you got to relax more. And you are working on your calm. So that means hope is on the way. Right. I know you love trees, and I can see you like actually planting a few lemon trees and maybe apple trees or something like that. I think Spirit's been saying that to you. So yeah, that's beautiful, and pine trees too. So when you get a chance, hug a tree, and relax and deep breathe and feel the energy of the tree and their peacefulness. And they're also saying too, water will be helpful for you. Finances are going to look funny for a little bit for you. A few more expenses you didn't count on. People are going to feel like you abandoned them. But you got to stay true to what you're working on and true to your mission and dedicated and loyal to yourself and your children first and foremost. And those people who feel like you're abandoning them, you just have to like calmly and gently try and explain to them that they have their life, but you have yours. They did their life the way they want it, and you have to live yours the way you want. And it's nothing personal. So when people aren't getting as much phone calls or messages or the parents even, it's like with all due respect, I do love you and care, but there's things I'm doing and I'm working on. It's not like that. I'm not abandoning you. If not, they're just going to get like really anger and rage, and you're going to sense it because you always do. I don't know, Margarita, how you always tap into that, but somehow you always seem to empathize or pick up when someone's like really mad at you or upset. So don't do that, and don't feel bad for it if you can help it. You can't control someone else's thoughts and feelings.
Right.
Yep, just be kind and gentle and loving.
All right, Margarita, thank you so much for your
Yeah.
question tonight. We do appreciate it. All right, let's keep on going. Kay, you are next on the list, and then Tiffany. Tiffany, get your question ready. Kay, go ahead and post your question.
Excuse me, everybody. I'm still here. I was going to grab my glasses.
You found them. All
I
right, here's the
did.
question.
I need gallbladder surgery. If so, when? And who would take care of me at home? The pain is getting worse. Whoa, that's a lot. Gallbladder surgery and when? God, you guys got to be kidding me, right? Everyone's talking to me right now about you. Now, they were joking. Now, the first thing I heard, to be honest, was like, we don't do medical questions here. So the thing is, it's good that you do know you're going to get it, but the when, to me, it is still up in the air. But Spirit is telling me that you need to really call the people back and see if you can get it done sooner and let them know. Also, this might sound a little rough, might not, but before you get the surgery, the Spirit is saying try and set things up and get it in order, because when you get home, you will be able to be more independent than you think you are. And it looks like you'll have a good recovery and heal up too. Actually, I did get a card and I didn't even want to put it out there, but I'm going now. I mean, I have to. I can't cheat. But anyway, the card I got for you is one I already just pulled recently. And it's called The World. And her hat's flying in the air. And in your world, that's probably how it looks. Like you want to be calm and relaxed and feel good and healthy. But things are flying, and see how the hat is out of her control? So it's like saying, take back. Try and call these people and see, like, talk to the doctor and let them know that you're in pain and everything. Maybe they can give you stronger pain meds. Also, I have right here, this card here is it's called Knight of Cups. I actually said it right, not Ace of Cups or nothing like that. But and if you notice, there's sharks in the water. So there's things, no, I don't know for sure I will get it. You should be able to. I see that you would get it. So I don't know what's going to happen yet for sure. But it's a stronger possibility that you will get the surgery and it will be expedited. But you're going to have to speak up a little bit more. But this Knight of Cups. So you've been getting messages of love and blocking it. So they're saying, for now, work on your heart chakra. Deep breathing, maybe some pink crystals, maybe just watch love movies, something, because that is causing you a lot of physical pain. When do you think I'll have it? They saw it on a CAT scan. Spirit is not letting me know that information. They talk about the book called The Akashic Records, and they talk about energy, following energy, and seeing what the potentials are. But then there's those times it says, Richie won't help me at home. Not necessarily. You never know. Because Kay, they actually do have home health care workers, and they also have systems set up. Nurses may enter the home for a certain period of time to assist people for after surgery, or if they're terminal, or if they have certain sickness or something. So in your case, Spirit is telling me all in general, all around, you'll be okay. But some of the pain, like your heart is hurting right now, and you know it's just got to be in a situation where you try to cultivate some peace of mind and relaxation. And it's like your perception on things. So I did end up seeing two more cards, and one card is the Magician. That sounds a little bit off. Now, if you see the table and the knife and surgery and all that, that can happen. And then I have Two of Pentacles. Wow. Wow. So for the heart, and I'm going to go there with you again. I'm not saying you have heart problems. I'm just telling you, with the love chakras blocked, you're getting messages of love, but they're not coming through to you, or you're misunderstanding them. So therefore, Spirit is saying you have to relax, open your heart chakra more, put out more love, get more love back so you can get these messages. That will alleviate some of the physical pain. Some of your pain you're feeling, and I'm going to tell you where it's at. Sometimes your feet and ankles swell up, but it's your knees, your lower back, your shoulders, your neck. Boy, don't I know it, y'all. But anyway, I'm just telling you, there's extra pain you're carrying besides this gallbladder, and a lot of it is due to your feelings and emotions. So when we can correct, when you can receive what Source is giving you and relaxing, that pain's going to be less and less. But you definitely need to make more phone calls, though. And I'm going to pass the Mike the Journey and goes to our next question unless you want a clarification.
All right. Thanks, Kay. We do appreciate your question. Tiffany, you are next. Tiffany, come on down. All right, Tiffany, go ahead.
Yeah.
And ask your question for us?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go ahead and check the list to see if anybody jumped after
This is funny. Okay.
All right, Tiffany, I know you're there because you just jumped.
Yeah, thank you for jumping. I appreciate it, you guys. We appreciate all of your questions, yes, and support. And you jumpers, it's really nice that you're sending that love offering to us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. All right, Tiffany, come ahead and push your question for us, and then if no one jumps the list, free, you will be next.
I think I'll have a sip of tea real quick.
Or get that sip of tea.
I'm pushing my voice really hard. I told you I need to get a microphone and I could talk a little softer. But yeah. I'll be honest with you, Journey, your voice sounds really well. Like the working out you do and the breathing you do, your voice comes out very smooth and soothing.
Well,
Very
thank
nice and calming. Like my aloe plant. Yeah.
you. I love aloe. I've got a whole bunch of it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tiffany is here, so here's her question. Let's go ahead and post that for you, and let's get this question started. Tiffany, here is Trinity.
Job question. I'm working one full-time job and one part-time job. I hate math, but here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. I've got 4 kids. Should I keep doing what I'm doing, or do you see a change happening? Thank you. Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely going to be a change soon. Oh, yeah. I like when I talk like that. That's what I'm actually parroting right now. I'm actually a parakeet right now. If you could visualize that, I'm actually repeating what I hear. So when I do that, that's why. But like, oh yeah, it's going to be a change. You can believe that. But things going on with you right now, they're being done in secrecy. So let me go over that again. I'm working one full-time job, which you're okay with the full-time job. But from what I'm getting, you don't really like the part-time job. The 4 kids, what I'm seeing, they look like they're in a good place. Like I have children too, so I'm sort of gauging by their like happiness and health and safety. So they're okay. And you know what else I'm seeing? I'm seeing that the time you do spend with them is quality. Now, somebody once said 10 minutes a day per child. So I don't want you to start feeling guilty because there's parents that don't work. That's with their kids every day. And they might only spend 5 minutes or less of quality time. So you got to stop the mom shaming, Tiffany. Stop it. Stop it, Tiffany. Stop it. Stop it, Tiffany. Stop it. I told you I'm parroting him or her or them. So anyway, what's coming up to me right now with you, and I suppose, like I said, is because the moon is in Aquarius still. It's not 12, so it's not in Pisces. So Aquarius is like, communication on a higher divine level. Aquarius is the water bearer. You know that zodiac sign where it's like Aquarius water, but there's no water type of thing. And they're sharp, they're swords. If you see these swords, this card is called 6 of Swords, not 7, 6. Let me put it closer. And you see how it's moonlighting? They used to have a saying back in the day that someone's moonlighting, meaning they're working another job. And it looks like you're going somewhere with it. See that? You have some secrets, and we want you to keep them secrets. We don't want you to feel like you're obligated to be honest and tell the truth and share. Because the reason you're keeping these secrets, as far as money and the job and certain things in your life, is because Spirit is encouraging you to keep some things private. Let it grow, let it grow more first. And then later, you'll know when you can share the secrets. I have this card Strength here. Like you're asking about work and things like that, but the cards want to talk to you about your secrets and things you're thinking. Okay, it says, I love both jobs, but the full-time one is wearing on me, ethically and energetically. Wow, that's funny because everyone's like, well, she's pretty good on the first job, but second one, not too good. She don't like it that much. So I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe they're drunk. No, I'm just kidding, guys. But anyway, the strength card comes up right here, which means you have resources. Like maybe you haven't really tapped into them fully, but you do have extra backup support and resources that I don't think you're fully aware of right now. But let me read that again. I love both jobs, but the full-time one is wearing on me. Okay, so I'm gonna have to let you know what I hear them saying and why they, told me that. Okay, so the full-time job, the one they said you like a lot because you're good at that kind of work. So it's mostly the work that where you're like, okay, this is good work. But it's sort of like the people and the setup and structure of the job is probably ethically and energetically wearing on you. But that can be changed with your perception and how you look at things. It's all a matter of like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, so is other things. So that is mostly on you and how you're taking things. And you are taking some things a little too personal on the job. The second job, where I have the hermit here, the one they said you like a little bit more, the part-time job, there is looking like you do get a little more time to yourself, a little more time to think. The breaks are cut different and everything like that. But yeah, of course, you're not going to work both jobs long term, like for a year, not necessarily. But what's going to happen is other things are going to occur and ideals will be given to you. Somebody knows of a better job for you where you can actually make more money. So they're going to come to you with that. And that should be in about 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, you'll hear word of a better source of income or other opportunities. And I say that now because like right now tonight, you can Google different jobs or look in a newspaper or something. But I'm talking about something that's not far from you that you would really like, where you have hours where you can spend more time with the children. But Spirit told me to tell you, Tiffany, stop mom shaming you. That's the only reason when people talk smack, it hurt your feelings because you feel that way too. So change the way you feel about that. Like, I'm gonna name a few things right now. Full-time job is dental. Part-time is in sales. Absolutely. Well, the thing is, it's a little bit of mom guilt, a little mom shame. But first of all, I'm gonna name a few things about you real quick though. First of all, you're attentive to your children. When they call you, you listen. Second of all, you love them. When you're not with them, you think about them. You basically put good prayers over them and hope for the best future possible for them. So when you look at it like that, you're temporarily sacrificing, or it's like deferred gratification. Eventually you're going to get to there where you're trying to go. And I know where that. I mean, I don't know, but who I'm talking to, they know. So I'm talking for them without saying them. But I'm talking for them. I know where you're trying to go, and you are going to get there. It is a little bumpy right now. It looked better 2 weeks ago, but now it looks a little rough. But you're going to get there. The things that you have been keeping secret, maintain the secrecy, maintain the. I don't even want to call it a secret, and you're not being deceitful. I will call it more like being discreet. You know what I mean? Because you have to let it grow. That's why. I can hear you actually. How the F did they know? Because they're with you. That's how. They're with you all the time. So that's what's going on there. But everything else, like I said, new job opportunities are on the horizon in the near future and better suitable ones. And for now, as far as the children, everything's fine. Just don't make yourself feel bad and ashamed because you're not hurting them, you're helping them. And no one can judge you. They told me to tell you that too. No one can judge you. Only you can judge you. And when you judge, have mercy on you. Now, with that being said, I'm going to go to the next question, please. Oh, one more thing. Just as I was ending, Spirit was like, can you grab that? So this is Seven of Swords, okay? And when, like, sometimes a tarot reader might get that and they might say, okay, if you have Seven of Swords, depending on which deck, but sometimes they will say that means deception. But in this situation, I'm calling it discretion. She's wearing a cape. She's not showing everybody what she's wearing underneath. She's not naked like in the tarot cards with the woman in the world or the star card and other decks. But she's private. She's keeping things concealed, but she's diligent and she's focused. And that's what you are too. And there's a cat there because that's the familiar. So this spirit over here is joking with me and saying, I would be the cat. So let you know you're never alone. You got that company. And I know you feel like you're being watched, and you are, but just be discreet about that. And it's not bad either. What you're saying now, right now, that's not bad. That's not wrong. But you just got to get peace with it and relax into it. Okay, now I'm going to go to the next question, please. But if not, I can go on. Okay, right here, this is Five of Pentacles. And a lot of people look at that too and say, hey, that means some poverty and stress and trials and tribulations. But for tonight, I'm going to address this card as far as saying the Tree of Life. Because you have, like, in the Tree of Life, you still have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You have mercy, you have justice. That's like five. You know, you have the crown, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, mercy, justice, like that. So they're right near there. And sometimes, like, we don't always know what's going to happen in the future. I'm sorry, I was going to stop it because I was turning it to you, but I said, hey, this card is jumping at me for sure, low kick.
I
Yeah.
had a tech problem, so it worked out just fine. I had to restart the system.
Well, Tiffany, she's got people on the other side yapping at me, so it's probably making it a little delay because, you know, they're like, we ain't worried about time. We got all the time in the world. Okay, whatever. That's like not funny. And they're like, we ain't paying the rent, none of that. So, she might even know who's talking because I was parroting them. But the thing is, with your children, things are fine. That's what I wanted to tell you the most and foremost. So don't worry about that. You did good and you did your best and you're still doing your best. But I wanted to emphasize the Tree of Life right here. Sometimes people overlook that when they do look at this card and they look at physical things. But in physical things, you are embodying knowledge, wisdom, understanding, mercy, and justice. You know what I mean? It's just at different levels of it. So I want you to hold on to that too. But yeah, as far as dental, that's good you do that because, like I said, my good friend Journey, he uses some aloe. Some people use baking soda, but teeth are important. I just want to say, so thank you. We salute you. We really do. And I'm going to pass it to Journey now. Thank you.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry
I need
about
a
that. I
dentist.
also had a tech problem. We had to restart some systems here so I could get back on the screen. So good thing your family came in to talk and saved the day, Tiffany. All right. Hey, go ahead and throw us your question, sweetheart. You were next on the list. You had jumped the list, so let's go ahead
Oh,
and have that
God.
question. And then if no one else jumps the list, free, you will be after her. All right. Here's Kay's question. Kay, here is Trinity.
It always looks like I'm playing with fire when Kay come around. Adorable woman. It's like, oh, something. Did Larry block me? I think he did. Did Larry block me on his phone? If so, will he unblock me? And when? Was he influenced by his ex-wife's family? Every time I call, it goes to voicemail. Okay, that's not a funny matter because it doesn't feel good to feel rejected or hurt. So I need to really, that's a really strong energy you sent there. And that's why I'm going to have to pull, I'm going to want to pull a card that's a little lighter energy because that's strong. That's deep. But let me see if I can even answer that because that's a lot. Did Larry block me on his phone? If so, will he unblock me and when? Okay, so I get nothing there. Everything's a blank screen right there. But maybe the cards will speak to you on it. But I, personally, me with my intuition and empathing and everything, I'm not really getting a lot there. Maybe it's private, and that's why it's dark. Was he influenced by his ex-wife's family? I don't. Okay, right now when I see Larry, I don't see him really as much influenced. He's an older person, so he sort of knows what he wants and goes for what he wants. It's not that much influence, and usually, what you think people influence him, that's really him doing it, saying they think this and that. So I don't agree. I don't think that his ex-wife's family is really influencing him because he weighs stuff out and likes to come to his own conclusions. He'll take words and stuff, but he comes to his own basic conclusion. And then what was the very last thing we said? Wow. Every time I call it goes to voicemail. Oh, okay. So right here in this picture, and it comes from the phone a little bit. So it's a beautiful woman, and the card says Angel of Grace. And behind her, it's funny how they have it set up because it's blue, dark, and cloudy. And if you notice, sometimes on the sixth chakra, like right up in here, that's like a dark blue. She's got dark blue and it's cloudy, so it's not really clear to her. This could actually be a sun or it could be a full moon. The woman is definitely rosy cheeked in that piece and gentle. So Spirit is saying, like, you got to get more. Don't worry about Larry calling you. You got to worry about you calling you, because right now you're not listening to you. And like I said, I'm sorry for your pain, because no one likes to feel rejected or pushed aside or ignored. But Spirit is definitely not telling Trinity Black a lot of details about this guy and the phone. They are definitely keeping this, maybe a different psychic might speak on it more, or maybe the energy will change. But right now, it's sort of like he hung up on me too, because he's like, y'all don't have access to me. I'm not doing it like that. I don't know if he got some garlic or what. Some garlic and vinegar, and they're like, no psychics allowed. But whatever it is, I feel his energy, and he definitely don't want to be tapped into, so I certainly will not tap into it. And I apologize if that's bad for you, but thank you. I feel bad if it's bad for her, but Spirit is fussing at me to fuss at her and say, hey, she better start being better friends with herself, but she's hard on herself. And look in your heart. So, yeah, that's what's going on with Larry, though. They're not telling me. I mean, if I could tap into anybody anytime, who knows who I'd tap into one of new things like that. So sometimes we all have our little blind spots, so I'm not seeing anything there. But that picture I showed you was their answer to you, Kath. That picture I'm showing you, actually, if you wanted me to say something about it, like a word about it, it says the angel of grace shows up in a reading. It means that it's time to surrender control and allow. Hold on. A long time ago, I blocked him and he said, how dare you? Right. It says the angel of grace shows up in a reading when it means that it's time to surrender control and allow things to unfold. Things will work out for everyone involved. Pay attention to the signs you're receiving. Get centered and calm, and you will be able to move through life with much more grace and ease. So they're saying, the card is saying that, yeah, they acknowledge that you have been struggling recently, but they're saying that things are going to turn out well. But in part of that, you're going to get grace from this in the spiritual realm. From the spiritual realm, they're going to give you grace, and that's why I said after the surgery, things are going to work out. But they're also saying you have to surrender that control and allow things to unfold. So, like I said, if it ain't fitting, don't force it. If it ain't fitting, don't force it. But this picture here, she's very serene and peaceful. And behind her, in the background, is a dark blue. And sometimes that does represent the sixth chakra, which is the visual seeing. And as you can see, like I've said, the spirits have said, Chrissy, don't look. We're not showing you. We're not telling you. So it is blocked a little. It's cloudy. So I don't see Larry much, or why he blocked you, or when he'll unblock you. But I do know that they're saying you can expect the angel of grace and embrace it. And love. Long time ago, I blocked him and he said, how dare you? I know, I can believe it. I believe it. He's got double standards, though. I know that much. Like, sometimes he changes up on different things. Okay, so I would like to go to the next question, please.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you, Kate. We appreciate it. Free, you are next. Throw us your question. Then Daryl Brooks will check to see if someone has jumped the list. Remember, guys, this is your last time to jump the list. And we are going to, Free, we will grab your question here in just a second. We're going to take a small commercial break. We'll be back, and then we'll grab your reading. We'll be right back after these messages. Hang on. All right, and we are back, and we are going with Free. So, Free, your question is up. And after Free, we've got Daryl, and then after Daryl, we've got Ashta. So, Asta, sorry. So, Free's question is I would like a general reading. Here is Trinity.
I apologize. I had the mic muted. Okay. The first cards actually jumped to me free. So the cards I'm using right now, let me show you the box so you see. Anyway, I don't even see it. Anyway, here's the card. Air Guardian, shift your perception. There we go. So in general, the cards are like when they're speaking to me and the energy is speaking to me about you, they're saying be a little more freestyle. And that's funny because, okay, let's look at the picture then. Her hair is blowing freely in the wind. She's relaxed. She's focused and she's at peace. So this is where you're trying to be and this is where you're going to be. But what happens is we go up, we go up, we go up, and then we slip back. When you slip back, not if, when you slip back, don't be hard on yourself. It's still part of the process, still part of the learning process. Heaven and earth, as above, so beneath. These are messages I'm getting for you. And the thing is, it's similar to like when you're in school. Once you do pass a certain grade, now you have to learn new stuff. Now you're on the next level. I personally see you going in an upward spiral. I see you going through the same cycles, but they're actually going up a little. So sometimes when you go up, you go down. You know a lot about plants and hair. And sometimes hair, like kinky hair like mine, it grows in a spiral and down and then comes up. Everything don't always shoot straight up like our beautiful aloe plants once they're bigger. So that's what you wanted, and that's what I'm telling you. You want an understanding on why things are going the way they're going in that certain area. Now I'm being specific. I'm being generally specific because you wanted to know why. Now, the cards aren't giving me any advice for you. Oh yeah, they are actually. So I'm getting the Ace of Wands for you, energetically, spiritually, fire, things like that. So I definitely hear a full message here. Okay, thanks, Free. And thanks for saying that's true. So they're being so funny. They want me to pull a romance card for you. Go figure. So the romance card is let your friends help you. Ask for it and accept support from others. Now I'm just going to show you the card. So the card is like letting me know that you're in a position where maybe the help I'm seeing that you could use help in is being more free flowing and laughing more and having that passion. Bring your passion back. Renew that love because it's a little bit stale and it's feeling a little stagnated. And horses. This horse is free, but it's also disciplined. And it's wearing green, as in the heart chakra, as in healing. He's wearing red, like the base chakra, which is sometimes people might consider that like the reproduction organs there. But blending them two together, you'll feel much better about it. You'll feel much better when you agree with yourself. This is what Spirit is saying now. And then they're saying, don't forget the free. Never mind the clouds. There's always going to be clouds. Sometimes we're not going to know everything right away, but focus on the clarity that you do have. And their spirit is telling me they have answered your questions you asked last week. And they said this week you can expect some of your answers to be 3 or 5 dimensional. Why are y'all doing that? They said that they're not always going to just answer you in your mind or in the book or through even a psychic, that they're going to show you better than tell you. And I like that attitude. So when you ask about a something and why, you're going to see an example of why in the 3-dimensional realm, because I know you've been asking for that. Like you love spirit realm. Obviously, I pulled 2 wands, and that's energetic and spirit and passion. But you also want a little physical stuff. And they said, hey, say not, it ain't nothing but a word. We got you. They're like, we got you, we got you, we got you. So they are going to start sending more physical manifestations, and they would like you to pay attention and be aware. And you can even journal if you want. I don't know why the 7 of Swords just came up again, but it really did. Man, sometimes I wish I could cheat and just pick a card I want. The 7 of Swords is coming up. That's very stagnant. You said, haha, true. Well, sometimes stagnant is because the person is basically in a position when you're in tune, you're centering yourself and you're balancing. And when that happens, such as yoga and meditations, a lot of us tend to sit still. We tend to breathe. And then after a while, if we do it too long, that's when it becomes stagnant. So you're not stagnant in a bad way of procrastinating and just not thinking clear. It's more of you honoring and respecting spirit of being centered and focused. But they're like, okay, now you already know this restless feeling you're starting to get. That's the feeling that's telling you, hey, get the breeze. I see breezes around you too. So it's funny your name is Free. I guess you like cool air. But they're like, feel the breeze, feel the energy of the air filling. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, so Spirit just said to me, can you tell him about the ghost in the bathroom? Yes, I can. That was actually guardian angel that's been with him since birth, and the angel was like trying to articulate and say, hey, sometimes life is like when you have to go to the bathroom, it's just automatic. Don't worry about it. So when you're sitting there and you have to go to the restroom, if you tell yourself, I can't, I can't, I can't, I can't, and you teach your body that and train your body that like a computer, and you might just sit there and have an accident. But you can get up and go to the bathroom. So that's why, and I can't say what day. Yeah, I actually can say what day. It was yesterday. But whatever happened, you were actually in the restroom and you did feel like somebody was in there. You felt the presence, like you could have turned around and felt like you saw a human. But spirits wanted me to articulate and share that in the best language we can use, close as possible to the symbols of what they're talking about, that that the whole world, like anybody who listens shouldn't know what I'm talking about, but you should know. But they're saying that it has a lot to do with your mind and thought process. When we go to the bathroom, that's like a natural physical reaction. It's like, okay, the food's digested and it's time to go. So we're getting up and we're going. We don't sit there and say we can't, we can't, we can't. We just do it. You know what I'm saying? Cybergenics. That's what they said, cybergenics. And they're also talking about thermal power. So you want to look into them topics, write it down and just Google it. I don't know, but they're telling me your stuff. The thermal and the cybergenics. You can find a lot more information on it. So, okay. And they said you want to hear from someone who passed away. You were curious about it. But I'm not going to talk about that. Not tonight, not here, not now. But I am going to throw this kind of sun card up. Okay, let me see. I didn't feel a spirit in the bathroom yesterday. Well, but yes, I agree. Well, let's talk about feeling the spirit. Now, I'm not saying that you actually saw an image or you felt a tap. They said we were there and the person was aware of it. So I gotta, not to be mean, but I'm gonna roll with them because I love human beings. I even love me, but sometimes, especially if I'm as Trinity Black, I'm gonna follow spirit more because they know what the heck they're talking about. But the thing that came to me was enjoy success and happiness. This is the card right here. And if you notice, the sun does have a center in it. We spoke of centering. And I would suggest maybe rewatch it or play it back or interpret it. Like I would do that if I were you. But like they said they're arguing with you. Oh my God. They're like, we were in the bathroom. Why would you say that? Don't you remember when something was like, oh, let me wash my hands? You don't remember that? Like who does that? Most people when they go to the bathroom, if they usually wash their hands, they wash it, and if they don't, they don't. But you had to think about that. So they said, bam, that's our proof we were there. So you can agree or disagree with them. You fight with your angels all the time, and they always win. So is another one bites the dust for them. Okay, let me see. Actually, I don't want to communicate with a loved one that's passed. I don't think about them, truly. Okay, I'm with you on that. But like I said, the card I have for you is called the Sun card. Right, I like that center. Okay, let me pull it up closer. Like if Uranus is like pretty much ruling Aquarius, Uranus is revolutionary. So like when you see all the clouds going this way and then they start going a different way, revolting. So that kind of shows me in a way for you might be a little in tune with the energy of the moon right now because you definitely are a little rebellious. And I see a little Taurus in you too. But I love the challenge. But you're really challenging them, not me, because I'm just here to be a vessel. I hope I helped, and I hope you shared. And I'm going to put this back up here again, this sun picture here, and the centering. usually 9 times out of 10, the sun is a very pure, positive energy, so you can expect that. And if you fight yourself, be careful because you're strong and powerful, so you might get hurt. That's not a threat or a warning. It's just saying, like, when you fight, like if you smack yourself or slap box or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Bree. We appreciate your question. Robin,
Yeah.
come on down. Get your question, guys. Please don't jump the list anymore. That part of the show is over. We got about 20 minutes. We're going to try to get as many readings in as we can.
Journey,
All
I
right.
appreciated him like contradicting me a little bit because if it's a face-to-face reading or on phone or live where you have that communication, that person has that opportunity, and then the psychic can clarify. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Hearts and kisses and lavender for you. But it's always good to articulate that. But
Absolutely.
I feel like I can't speak for everyone else. Ministers, psychics, anyone doing spiritual work, we're only part of the equation. We're co-creators. It was never meant to be that we spoon feed or breastfeed a human being because that takes away their power, freedom, and independence. Speaking of freedom, you know what I mean? So we're co-workers in it.
Absolutely. Soldiers in the battle. Here we go. Robin is up next. So let's go ahead. Robin is got her question up, so I'm going to leave that here with you. And Robin, here is Trinity.
I would like to know about relationships. I have this guy I've known for almost 30 years and always seem to run into each other often. We've been talking. I guess, do you see us going any further? I don't know. And you know what else I seem to notice about when you run into this guy, you ever notice the timing of it? You always run into this person after you're going through something. Like you'll go through a hard patch, you'll work it out, you'll get better, you'll be in a good mood, and you'll be somewhere, and he'll happen to be near or there too. So to me, that's a sign. And it says actually you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. The cards are telling me to tell you to take a moment to stand back and smell the roses and enjoy the moment. But there's definitely an attraction there with you and the guy. Like I hope you dispute me too, because I like a challenge. But yeah, the spirit's saying that you are attracted to him and his style and personality, but it's just not, your lives went in different directions where you didn't have that chance to explore each other. Thank you. You're right too. But they're saying you all didn't have that full chance. It's potential there. But the card here, like I said, is saying stop and smell the roses. And if you notice, she's got her hand on the plant. She's actually grounding here. Like she's touching the leaves. She's wearing green. So spirits are talking to me about you right now. They're yelling in my ear. They're like, health, prosperity, peace. Like that. This guy you run into, he's like a good sign. He's like a good omen. He's like a physical representation where it's like, okay, things are going to get better and stabilize out. They're going to be more consistent. So I do think that, like I said, the potential's there, but I also feel like you're being pulled in a different direction right now. So for some reason, as I pull this one card out, it's called from the Tao deck. It's saying count your blessings, and it says wealth and power surround you, and smooth journeys lie ahead. Make the best of this time while remaining productive. Be humble and modest. Appreciate what you have, and remember those who have stood by you. So, you know how I say sometimes a person might not be on the phone or direct conversation, but just the mere thought of the person is a connection. In the spiritual realm, when they're invisible, all they got to do is think about where they want to be or who they want to see, and boom, it comes, it grows, but it's manifested. He has always been great to me. So the woman I showed you earlier in the love card, see, this represents him to me a little bit too. But she's wearing green and he's wearing yellow. But basically, they're very similar in the sense of they're both relaxed and in peace and enjoying prosperity. He's like royalty, it looks like to me, like that. He's got red, so that's interesting. But for now, that's like the most of everything I'm saying. They want you to basically take that and digest. They said that you've been reading a lot and studying a lot, and that just like with food, if you eat too fast and swallow too fast, it's harder to digest. They want you to really ponder and meditate. Look up the definition to that word. Focus. They want you to ponder and meditate and really digest it because they're saying that is in connection with him. It sounds like Trinity Black just picked a whole new topic out of nowhere and just pulled out of thin air. You know, someone all the way from the East, someone all the way from Asia. Like, what does that have to do with me and some guy from 30 years? But they're saying connect the dots. They're saying let it, you have to digest it and everything. And please, they're saying, please continue seeing him in a good light and wish well for him. Sometimes some of us, we like to light a white candle and pray and wish good intentions that the person has peace, prosperity, and blessings. So you want to continue that with him. But he's definitely a sign and a symbol. And I thank you for your question. Okay, back to you, Journey.
All right. Thanks, Ross. I appreciate your question today. All right. So Daryl was next on our list, and then Asta. So Daryl, throw us up your question.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
up?
listening to Daryl's name for some reason. It's making me think of Run DMC. I'm sorry. Daryl Mack or whatever. Like, I don't know why.
And Robin said thank you. And
you're welcome.
Daryl, here is Trinity.
Oh, hi, Trinity. Hey, Trinity, what cards do you see for me? I see the 52 fake out for you. Somebody's not playing with a full deck and they're not telling you the truth. But you don't have to play detective because what's done in the dark is going to be revealed in the light. No harm is going to come to you and you're not going to be sabotaged. You've had dreams about it. You might not remember, but you might. But you've had some strange dreams lately. And the spirit is telling me that you're waking up feeling bits and parts of the dreams that you've been having. But they're saying they wanted you to know that. And they said to me now they agree with you. Because you were you're a thinker a lot, Daryl. But they're saying they agree with you. Because you did ask. You're like, am I wrong for that? Am I right? Like, what's you might have felt like you were talking to a human, but you were speaking in language, you were speaking in spirit. Now, it's funny. I pulled 3 cards for you because you did want to know what the cards want to say. And what I would like to do for you, Daryl, is put the cards up and have you work on it and see if you can interpret some of it. It's rare to me that I get 3 major cards because I'm actually working in like a triple tarot deck for Trinity. See my Trinity? But the first card I pull for you is Lovers. The next card I pull for you is the Star. And the third card I pull for you is Temperance. So I wish I had more fingers. Well, I'm going to hold them together. I'm going to hold these up for a minute. And then my job, like Spirit is like, Chrissy, your job's easy. I mean, Trinity, all you got to do is hold the cards up so you can see them really good and like connect the dots, so to speak, is what they're saying. Oh my goodness. That is not an easy job. Hold on. And then I'm going to sit for a quick second, not too long, but I'm going to actually reverse these. And then I'll let you know what we're saying here or what you're like. I'll respond to you, but you got to pay attention. What's falling? I did it, guys.
Here it is.
I know. It's like, they were like, that was the easiest job in the world and you failed. No, I'm just kidding. But I got some joking angels here. Thank you. You can take these 3 cards and put them in the order that you articulate the best. They only want me to speak on 3 things. This angel here, this one here has red wings, fire sign. They have a golden crown. They have a triangle here. Inside of the triangle part here and square, there's words and it says Yad Hey Vav Hey, Hebrew, the word Lord. He's standing in the water. The star here, sometimes, that star does touch on astrology at some point sometimes. And it could also touch on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months or the 7th month. And then you have Lovers here. Now they're telling me, now I know this sounds weird, but this Lovers they're showing you is not based on romantic, but it's more based on the image of your inner female. If anybody ever can hear a spirit call retarded, And to be like, psych, no. It's just so embarrassing maybe say that in front of you guys. But let me just go there with that. Okay, here we go. This is the male, this is the female. And this card at this point is actually representing you with your inner male and inner female, and you combining them. And don't reject your feminine side. Don't feel bad about it. Don't hide it. Don't be like that, they're saying. So that's what I'm getting there. And also, of course, the fire for passion and the fruit. Now, over there, you do see the snake in the tree, but don't worry about that because that snake is wisdom and enlightenment and knowledge. But they want me to remind you that what's done in the dark is going to come out in the light. You're not going to be harmed. Nothing's going to hurt you. You're upset because you think their thoughts and their feelings will affect what's going to happen in your life next. But that can only happen if you allow it or call for it. Like I said to someone earlier, you have to start as much as you can taking your attention away from those troubling people and situations and put more attention on the things that actually do make you feel good. And there are people, you got a whole group of people that do love you and care for you for your whole self, for the real you, the true you. So the cards are saying, hey, you know what? Actually, I'm not going to tell you what the cards are saying because they said you would interpret it. But I'm telling you what I'm saying from my interpretation of it, the temperance and balance, the star, astrology, following the moon too, nighttime, and then it ended with the lovers. And the biggest thing my intuition was saying is bounce lovers. But they definitely do want you to reread the cards. Like look them up if you have to. They want you to reread them, and you and your angels are going to have an interpretation that's slightly different than what I'm saying. How about that? I get to be wrong, Journey. I get to be wrong. I get to tell you to stop at a stop sign or go, and you get to choose. Because they definitely said this is going to be a personal interpretation.
Absolutely.
They just wanted me to share, like, Journey, you know how sometimes you and I talk? Oh, you're welcome, Daryl. You know, sometimes you and I talk, and it's not about who's right or wrong or accurate or not. It's more just souls connecting and sharing their insight.
Yes.
So, like, I don't teach you and you don't teach me necessarily, but sometimes we just share our different perspectives. So with Daryl, that's what I was doing when I said that, but they do want him to embrace and balance that male and female thing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. So I didn't see anything from Ashta, so I'm going to go ahead and take Amy's question, unless Ashta is here. And then after Amy will be Selena.
Yeah, I better get going with these readings. Am I taking too long?
You're not listening to the bell, I can tell you that.
I couldn't hear it. Oh, like 3 times I didn't hear it.
Well,
If you can hear these spirits yelling at me, they're like, she's not listening to the bell because she's the dumbbell. They're like, she's like, wait, lose weight. I don't like that. I don't know what I conjured up earlier, but I got some real sarcastic joking spirits
hey, it
around
happens.
me.
Hey, some of these spirits, they act like they're on vodka or Crown or.
I'm telling you, these ones are drunk, man.
Spirits, honey. You're talking to the wrong spirits. You can't be talking to Hennessy and Crown and.
I did see the crown in that one card, though. Where is it? The temperance or whatever? I'm like, yeah. I was like, they're going to go to Crown, Royal Crown.
Those are the wrong spirits. You can
Yeah, this one comes with a canvas. They got their drink right there. They're in rehab. They're pouring their drink out.
Right, but talk to
Drunken
them
master.
after the show, because I know I'm gonna.
What, have a drink? Oh my goodness, yeah, I miss drinking. I would love some wine.
I think I'm gonna.
But yeah. Yeah, they coming at me like drunken master on the martial arts movie. Like, what? Like, you know.
Well, here's Amy's question. Amy, here is Trinity.
I've been having my grandmother on my mind a lot lately. Is she trying to send me a message of some sort? Wow. That is so funny you said that because I just told somebody that. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yeah, because when you think about her a lot and you think about her essence and her energy, even if she was in physical form, you're still summoning a part of her to you. But the first image I see of this grandmom is that she was soft-spoken and a quiet person. And she was almost like on that level of I only speak when spoken to, or I only say something that's important. And it's funny because she's like, and I'm still like that now. I don't have nothing to say to her. You know, I don't know, but she's wanting to communicate with you on some nonverbal level. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. But she's like not in my room with me right now. Like some of them come visit me. But she's not here, but We actually pulled this card for you. This is 10 of Swords, and it looks a little bad, a little scary. He's reaching for the room. But let's just say that the number 10, okay, that sometimes can represent the end of a cycle, but with that end, there's still a beginning. So they want you to look more into the new spring, 2021, spring, new year. We're in Aries, the first month. You know what I mean? They want you to look more into your new beginning you're working on. And I don't know why I'm getting 7 of Wands. Oh, you know what? I'm actually empathing off of you right now, Yuri. And I hate these kind of readings, but I got to do it because it's so fun. Yeah, so like what I'm getting from you is you feel like it's at the end. You feel like you're being attacked. You feel like energetically, like maybe somebody put a curse on you or something's wrong. Even though you did question me about the grandmom, but this is what's all coming to me. And it just feels like you have some bad luck over you and it's getting worse. And the grandma, they're saying to me now, yeah, she was a quiet person, but also a staple. What staple? But they're saying that you have the Ace of Pentacles, and they're showing me that there's strong connections you have and resources you have that they want you to look into more, if that makes sense. And it should make sense because I'm speaking on something that was already in the works. I'm speaking on something that you already know about. Therefore, I don't have to articulate too much detail. Grandmom, like any message from her, I'm probably going to just say it naturally and not say, well, your grandmom said this and that, because I feel like I am sending you her messages because the cards I'm getting and the way I'm reading them is not usually my style. But like I said, those things I said about you being attacked and feeling like things are bad and you have a curse on you and all this, that, and that, it's just like she wants you to focus on you. Oh, that was hard. Wow. Let me look more. Hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to listen for that bell this time, too, because we do have one more person. Wow. Okay, hold on. Yep, that's the only thing I have to say. That, like, okay, the woman around you, the grandmom you're talking about, she's calm. She hums and sings. She smiles a lot, though. And when she communicates with you, it's not usually verbally or by word, but by energetically. She's the one who, when you're sit somewhere sometimes and you just get a really warm feeling, or when something's really scary for you, but now you feel a little bit better, but nothing really changed. The scary thing was still there, but you're not as scared. That's like her. And also, she's like, I can hear somebody, I don't know if it's her, they don't want me to know who it is, but they're saying sometimes you just let stuff get really carried away. You let your imagination run really far. No one has a curse on you. Nothing's wrong with you. You're fine. You're going to be fine. It's just a new beginning, and it's an awkward, strange feeling. Oh, wow. Okay, this is you. You say, oh, wow. Yeah, I've been concerned about something that someone spoke over me that was negative. Right. So just say return to sender. I was listening to a rap battle and someone said you're heaven sent, but I'd like to return you to sender.
But you know, I say that all the time. Return to sender. No thanks. So,
I missed that. We've been talking forever, but yeah. But in that case, it was like someone said, "Well, you're heaven sent," but I say return to sender. But yeah, so my whole thing is carefree, kickback, free time, fun time. Saturn is around you really strongly. It could be in your natal chart. Don't be intimidated by the fact that you're very disciplined and you come off a little bit rigid sometimes to some people, but you're very fluid and laid back and relaxed. These are things, when you ask me about what your grandma would want to say, everything that's going to come out of my mouth, it's going to be a compliment. It's going to sound like, is that flattery? But your hair is beautiful. Your smile's excellent. I love your voice. I like the way you help people and you never judge people. You're just so kind. You're a little bit hard on yourself. Sometimes you let depression linger a little bit too long. And now she just showed me the donkey on Winnie the Pooh. I don't know who did that, but y'all need to stop that. That's not funny. You're or whatever. But you got to keep your wits about you. I heard you got to keep your wits about you. And boxing is good. They said you getting physical and play fighting and boxing is good for you, and walks. They want taking walks is good, whether it's at the gym, walking in your house in place, or walking around the block. Everyone's like, if you go to walk, that'll cut out a lot of stuff you're having problems with. But the person can't curse you. But if you believe in their curse, then you can do a self-fulfilling prophecy. But you didn't believe it. So it'll get better. I know. I got to clean my ears out. Now back to you, Journey. I got to clean my ears out. Seriously. Or so, maybe I'm drunk. I don't know.
I rang that bell 4 times in a row.
No. But the grandma was hard to hear from. It was like, man,
I kept pushing it just to see if you could hear it.
I heard you say the bell.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. I do the same thing when I read books. When I'm reading a really good book, I won't hear anything around me.
Catherine said people heard that bell down my block, she said.
Are we allowed to put up the middle finger? We love you, Catherine. No, I'm just kidding. She's too witty for me. She said they heard it around the block.
Soon. All right, guys, we're going to take our last question of the night. We did extend this a little bit longer than normal, but we're going to take this last question here. We want to say thank you to everybody who watches, and make sure to tune in tomorrow night with Dream Interpretations with me, Journey Ryan, and then Friday we're going to be here with Aquarius Roberts. So get ready and stay tuned for that.
He will say the card right. I was on his night, and I was like, this is the King of Cups. And it was Knight of Cups.
Right.
But he looked like a king to me.
All right. Well, here is our last question of the night.
Hey, Selena. Hello. My boyfriend and I have been doing a long-distance relationship for a bit. Uh-oh. And so now he's saying that he wants to take our relationship to the next level, but he didn't clarify. What did he mean? Okay, so basically, he's trying to say he wants more. Hold on, let me move this a little bit. I do like the question to stay up for this one, just to make sure I'm reading it right. Because if I replay the video and I'm like, what? So I want to know what I'm saying too. But let me see. You have a long distance relationship. He wants to take it to the next level. So I didn't want to. Oh wow. Now I'm not sure if he's thinking about relocating, to be honest with you. But the card I got here that comes with that is from the romance deck, and soon I'll get it. Time apart from your partners on the horizon. So that's funny because this card is talking about separation. Got jokes. But that's what the card said, and I do trust the spirit, and I definitely test myself before I come on. So I'm going to roll with this card. So the card is saying separation and time apart from your partners on the horizon. So sometimes to get to the next level, sometimes you have to take a step back. And Spirit is wanting you to clarify what you want for a next level, or if you even want to go to a next level. What I get from next level means that you had that relationship at a certain place, but he actually wants it like an increase in like the. Wow, he said he wants to move here to my city. Yeah, he's you know when you like someone and you're away and you just think about them, then you think about them again, then you think about them again, and it's like I want more, like that. So, like I said, it says separation and time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Oh, now the cards are sitting there like, but you didn't finish. You stopped right there. So I'm going to pull another one. And the other card I have is chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So now if the card's telling me that, and I'm looking at it, and I'm listening to spirit, now that makes more sense. That there is a separation, but there's also chemistry, and there's a closeness. And if you were to look at these two different pictures, so the guy, he's there, he's in the picture, but he's not like right next to her. And this one, they're together. The cards are implying that things are going to change financially and in other areas where that possibility of you being physically together closer is there. It's a probable though, but it's a high probable. But the thing is, he's actually wanting you to share more of yourself too. But if I were you, I would actually make sure he's sharing more of himself. And if that means making small videos and sending them, or pictures, or just saying how your day went, things like that. But don't be upset or surprised if you or him feel like you have to step back a little bit to look more within. So I see with you, we're at April 8th right now. In the next 2 weeks, things are going to be a roller coaster for you, girl. Roller coaster, girl. So things are going to go up and down, up and down. And it's not because of you specifically. It says being separated right now sucks, but it's like we had to be patient and be better people. Yeah, I like that. Yes, we have beautiful chemistry. I like that too. And I feel like that's what the cards wanted to speak on, that deep chemistry and bond you have. But they're also bringing up a topic, and they're saying, oh, that's so sweet. I have two things. Like, you have certain rituals you do, like almost like a religion. Like, you have a set order of how you like things done and how you like to do it. Do you see us living together in the next 3 months? Well, they're not talking to me about that, but what they're saying is the sun is going to shine again. They're saying that when you go through the next few weeks, right, you got to dig into your deepest faith. Don't waver. Go, like, keep believing good. Keep hoping good. Yeah, I hear you. It's not about the boyfriend I'm talking about, but I'm feeling like it's the family and some things in society. So we're gonna get ready to let you go.
4 minutes
I
in.
heard it that time. I was quiet, but that's only because when it rang, I was paused. I was like, They made me shut up. They stopped talking that time, so I stopped. So I'm like, and I heard it. But can I just sum that one part up? Because I don't want to leave like everything all hanging out open and everything. I want to neaten it up. Yeah, so Selena, what they're saying is that you and the boyfriend are going to get closer. You can't help but not to. The magnetic pull and the draw is just coming and coming. And you know what? It's going to be a beautiful venture. You're going to enjoy that and have a good friend too. He's honest. He's pretty try to be honest with himself and you. But the area that I do see something going on with the family, and I do see that it'll be like a 2 week situation. It's going to take 2 weeks. It's like started last week. It's going on now, and then next week is going to get a little better, and the week after that, things will be more stabilized. That's exactly what they're telling me. So all I'm saying is, while the next 2 weeks are going on, you might feel awkward or restless, or feel like you got to second guess yourself. I think that's fine because you want to be clear and accurate, but at the same time, you want to try to focus on keeping your peace of mind and holding on to your best faith, your highest good. Take the lesser evil. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do things you might not want to do, but take the one that's less resistance, less not evil, but you know what I mean, with the family, because it's confusing. Because it's like, do I argue with them or be quiet? Do I hold my peace or do I speak up on it? You're going to know what to do at the time to know when to do it, if that makes sense. But when I say it's going to be a bumpy ride or up and down, I just mean that I can see energetically. And it's not only because of you, but it's like things going on with people you love. But you got to get that anchor, your faith like an anchor, your love like an anchor. And things are going to get better. The sun's going to shine again. And now I'm going to pass it to Journey. Thank you. Yeah, they were hard on me there, Journey. Sorry.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Selena, that was an amazing question. Thank you so much for it. Remember to tune in tomorrow night. We're going to be here with me, Journey Ryan, with Dream Interpretations. And then Friday with Aquarius Roberts doing some amazing tarot. And whether or not you said something different on a card than the last show you were on, guess what? It was what was needed to be said. Rather than being pulled at the time, apparently the energy that was being brought to you, through mediumship was saying that was the wrong card.
All I know is I was like, hey, I'm here filling in for my brother Aquarius B. Roberts, and wow, I called that card wrong. Or maybe I didn't get a good look at it. I don't know, but I said a different one than what was there. So yeah.
Absolutely.
You're right, and I appreciate that encouragement. You do definitely uplift people a lot, and I appreciate you.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime. Well, guys, it's time for me to have a glass of wine and start digging into my art because I've been wanting to paint all day long. And
will it be red wine?
I'm
sorry. What kind? Will it be red wine or white wine or?
Well, I got some metallic colors, so I got some silver, golds, brass. So I can't wait to check those out and see how that's going to turn out. I bought about 1,000,001 canvases. If you guys watched Monday night show, there was a whole bunch of canvases over here. So
Oh
I
God,
can't wait to start digging into that. It's like very exciting. So Trinity, we
Um,
look at you on the same
we're on the
page.
same type of time. Whoa, I got me some acrylic paint and a little thing here. We're on the same type of time journey. I'm hearing you, man. I did
Now,
most of my spring cleaning.
you and I have been missing some Wednesday night psychic karaoke, so we're gonna have to do that next week for sure. We'll have to bring old gifts of faith and get her ass motivated too, because we need
Yeah,
that. We need that jam.
yeah. You cut Tupac's song off though. You were playing California
I
and
was.
stopped it. You better let it play next time,
Well,
Cal.
you got
Where is
mad.
Tupac?
You got mad at Tupac, so I was like, all right, let's.
I'm always mad at Tupac. Like, who does that? Who dies right before they come to Philly for a concert? I was going to go to that show. Now I'm telling my age. But I wanted to go to that concert in Philly, and he had to go to court and couldn't make it. So,
Oh. Well, guys, this has been a beautiful night. Trinity, it's always a pleasure having you on the show, and we will catch you next Wednesday.
yeah.
If you
Thank
guys would like to
you.
get an in-depth reading with Trinity, you can find her at mypsychicconnection.com. You can also find me, Journey Ryan. Just go on there, sign up. You get 3 free minutes to talk to us when you first sign up, and it's our whatever rate we are at each additional minute. So until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. It's beautiful talking to you all. Good night, everybody.